Right, what about inverse variation? If we have that y is inversely proportional to x, then we also have that the gradient of the line is k. So y is equal to k over x, where k is the constant of proportionality or the gradient. This also means that now we can sketch this graph. We have 1 over x, again y against 1 over x, and that's a straight line passing through the origin. Suppose we're given a problem that s varies inversely proportional or to t3, that's 1 over t cubed, and s is equal to 54 when t is equal to 3, and we asked to find the value of t. Find t when s is equal to 16. First of all, we write that s is inversely proportional to t cubed, and which implies that s is equal to k over t3. So we're given that in the first instance s is 54, so we have 54 is equal to k over, and we've got t is 3, but it's t cubed, which is 27, which gives our constant of proportionality, or our gradient, as 1458. Now that we've calculated k, now we have the formula. S is equal to 1458 over t cubed. And this is our formula if we want to calculate any of the other variables. So our question was asking when find the value of t, find t when s is equal to 16. And we can do that with simple arithmetic. We have t cubed is equal to 1458 divided by 16. This simplifies to 729 over 8, and t is a cube root of 729 over 8, which turns out to be 9 over 2, or 4.5. And that's it for inverse variation. My name is Alistair, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to follow or subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks, bye for now.